This is Thomas Lyons of Wraps on TV. Fortunate to be joined by the one and only Connor Daly. Yes. We're in undisclosed location in the crib, yes, in the household. We say, Connor, how you been? You right?
Yeah, all good, man. Very good. Rested up from the weekend. 2 fights. And I'm ready to go for the final now.
Ready to go, keeping the ball rolling and keeping in shape as you always do as a consummate amateur, but even kind of taking that as a professional. Obviously ambitions to go ahead, but yeah, just talk to me about the last weekend's action. I saw you got through your quarters and your semi-finals with relative kind of ease, and looking to kind of progress now and really take home that strap on Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly. Quarterfinals was a one round, run out, only 2 minutes 36 seconds. Good little stoppage in there to make a statement and show everyone that who I am.
Yeah.
And then semi-final was a bit tougher fight. Boxed the number 2 seed. He's an older 23-year-old, experienced. First round was good, close, see what he had, and he wasn't as strong, so I was going to push him back, and then I could box him the last round. So showed a bit of everything. Yeah. Really good unanimous win. And now Saturday I've got a good fight.
Yeah.
Got the number 1 seed. He won it last year, and I'm sure he's confident, but he's never fought me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna surprise him.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to show everyone what I've got. Yeah, man.
And with his profile having kind of elevated his position probably in the amateurs, similar to yourself, that transition that you made to Islington Boxing Club. So before I go on to touch about that, I want to kind of get to, I suppose the fans probably want to get to know you a little bit better, your background in boxing, how you first got introduced, and where you're looking to take it going forward.
Yeah, well, I started, I think, when I was like 12, just playing football, as you do. Wasn't very fit, get beaten by the races, and one day, my dad was coach. One day my dad asked the other boys, you're kind of slacking, you're kind of tired, what's going on? And they said, we went boxing last night. So later that day my dad came over, would I go boxing? I was like, yeah, go on then, my mate's going, why not?
Yeah.
And from then, just watched Rocky movies, got motivated from them, went boxing, just started doing what Rocky said, and my mates just said, you're a natural, you're a future, So that was Harrow. They weren't done well for me, but they just didn't really have the facilities, the coaches and the sparring.
Yeah.
Very grateful. I was there for, I think, about 4 years. And then I knew about Islington, a very big club, very famous club. Moved over to there, and they're amazing, Lenny, Reggie, Roy, Jerry, JR, all the coaches, all the team, all the boxers. So I've been there for about 2.5 years now, and just from there I've been stepping up.
Yeah. Is it about that, the progression stage, going through the ranks? And like you touched on there, you started off at Harrow but made that well documented transition to Islington. Like you said there, the array of coaches down there, the quality of sparring and training in the gym. And is that the kind of step you needed to elevate your career, to take you to that next level and really kind of stay focused, stay disciplined, and also challenge yourself to be the best boxer you can be? Yeah,
that's it. That's exactly it. In Harrow there wasn't anyone really for sparring, wasn't really going out for fight, so didn't have that motivation with other boxers. Islington, you got handfuls, you got loads, even from the juniors, giving you motivation. The matchmaker Reggie will get you a fight whenever you need it, whenever you're ready. So and it's true, iron sharpens iron. Got tough sparring there, so I've got to be on my game. Got to be on weight, got to be fit, got to be sharp, ready to to perform.
Yeah, touching on that sparring as well, kind of publicised that you did a bit with Kevin Mitchell's protege, Louis Lin.
Yeah.
Just talk to me a bit about that sparring. Louis is obviously an unbeaten prospect in the pro ranks. He's made the transition from the amateurs. Again, someone that's established himself with an array of medals and titles and whatever you want to call it. And I'm sure you're trying to follow in the same footsteps as that. So yeah, just talk to me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, Louis Lin, really like it. Really nice guy. Great boxer,
very energetic as well.
Yeah, another experienced amateur, very successful amateur. He's doing very well. I sparred him, I think it was last year now.
Yeah.
He's a bit heavier, but it was great rounds, very good work. Hopefully I helped him out, and really glad to see how he's doing. He went to see me my London final.
Yeah.
Really glad to see him there, and wish him all the best.
Yeah.
You know.
And like I said, he's in the pro ranks waiting for a fight date, and I'm sure he'll go on to achieve world championship status, I'm sure, in the future. But looking at someone like that as a benchmark for pro fighters coming up through the ranks to inspire the younger generation, I mean, how much do you take from that, the fact that you can really elevate yourself and replicate the successes of someone like Louis in the pro ranks?
Yeah, exactly.
When you do make the jump.
Exactly. You know, I'm along that lines where he's gone, and it just shows, you know, with hard work, staying committed, that, you know, your dreams can come true. And you know, I've got the talent, but talent does run out. That talent doesn't show everything, so you've got to work hard. And I've definitely got that work hard, you know, quality.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely on the lines, and can't wait for the future.
Yeah, and got a nice little enclosed environment here in camp. I see you got the sliders on, rocking the sliders.
I'm just chilling, you
know, in your training gear. But yeah, like, I mean, what made boxing become a formality for you? What really kind of drove you to say, you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
You know, I don't know. You know, it's just kind of took over my life. Hard to really say one exact moment where I said, you know, this is it. It's just over years over running the roads, you know, off to the gym after school straight away, just being down here during the night, just working, being in my garden working, you know, it's just snowballed into everyday life. And I'm working in Islington now, so I'm there every day, and it's just my life now. Really.
How important is it to have people around you that are gonna, I suppose, inspire you, also keep you on that straight and narrow to say, you know what, I can actually fulfill my potential, I can actually realise my potential from an early age, which you have done. I mean, I've seen you running, I saw you when you started off running up down roads, even just small distances, but gradually over time you've built yourself, so I've got to respect you for that, obviously, innit? Like, you've done what you've done, and people are actually starting to recognise you now. You get in the coverage and the exposure. I saw you on YouTube, so I mean, that must be kind of a proud moment for yourself to get that, to document your talents on there, showcase what you're all about. So
exactly, that quote is so true. You know, it takes like years to become an overnight success, and I'm not done yet. You know what I mean? I've got Saturday, and I can't wait. My eyes are fully on that, fully focused on that. But you know, just a little look back to see where I've come. Yeah, it's nice, you know, but I'm ready. Yeah,
and watching the fights from the weekend, do you feel like there's a element of pressure that you need to kind of perform to, well, I mean, the best of your abilities, but also have that entertainment factor that we so see now with boxing, how the public demands accelerated, particularly in the pro ranks, to see the energy that fighters bring, the charisma, the style, the finesse. Like you certainly do have in certain attributes of your game, but is it about kind of developing that and saying, I want to be the full package?
Yeah, of course. You know, you need the performance. When that performance is there, then you can have a little bit of flavour to it. You know, obviously I've got a nice outfit, as you will see on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, that's just bit of entertainment. You know, you got to look good, then you feel good. You know, so yeah, you know, I've got that little bit of fashion, but I like to really show my my performance, you my performance. You know what I mean?
And trim and ready, looking forward to Saturday
Yes,
night.
man. Already.
In terms of your fight kit, Susie One Creations, did they sort you out with some of the merch and the fight
man.
kit?
Yeah, I think I've got 4 shorts from them now. You know, they're a great brand, great company, and I'm very grateful. They do what they're asked. You know what I mean? Perfect stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, Saturday, just kind of look, I suppose, tell the people what you're looking to do on Saturday night. See, ambitions of becoming national champion in the elite category for 52 kilograms, and they're really pushing on then for some senior national titles. I suppose you probably got ambitions to go to the Europeans at Worlds, maybe even Olympic dreams further down the line. So yeah, what can we expect Saturday night?
Yeah, that's it. This is probably the highest in the amateur game. You know, the best in the country, and I'm up against it. You know, #1 seed, won it last year, but I passed my tests. You know, and I'm 100% ready. He's a good boxer from a good club, Hoddesdon. You know, and but I'm confident in my coaches, in my ability to win. You know, and win in style. You know, and if that's a unanimous decision or a stoppage, I'm ready. You know, I'm definitely ready. He's he won it last year, so he's proven it that you can win it in your first year, and that's my first year as well. So I'm gonna show him just how good I am.
Yeah,
you know?
And best of luck for you for Saturday night. So obviously praying that you, God willing, you come through with a victory, bring back the title to the ends.
Yes,
and,
local.
Yeah, and I suppose like in terms of your successes, your accolades in the amateur ranks so far, how many fights have you had as an amateur?
I think 51 now.
51.
Yeah, 51. So very experienced, boxed the best. You know, won a couple London titles. You know, won the whole box cup, Celtic box cup.
Yeah.
And you know, just sticking at it. You know, keep it going. Wanting more box titles. I want more this year. You know.
Well, in terms of reward for you, in terms of your drive, your determination in the sport, what really makes you tick as a boxer? Like, is it the fact that you want to win these titles? Is it a fact just you improving and developing day by day? What would you say makes you the complete boxer?
Well, of course, you're always room to improve. You know, even in my quarterfinal where it was just one round, I still saw things I could have done, and definitely in my semi-final, you know, he was a good boxer, so definitely things I could have worked on.
Yeah.
But and that's definitely drives me on. Physically, mentally, things I can improve on. Tactically, technically, I can improve. But the end goal is the titles and the wins. You know, a win's a win, as they say. But I want to look good in the win. You know, always.
Yeah. Look around. I see some silverware over there in the corner.
Yeah, man, always,
and
always.
just I suppose kind of from your background, having such a physical and sport-minded mentality, but now even to see you from the local area and trying to inspire people to say, you know what, there is a path going down there. We'll go on to touch about kind of the epidemic of like youth violence and stuff like that, and how you've kind of used boxing as a form of discipline and a way of you know, fulfilling your dreams, your aspirations, the positives you can take from that. But like, we're just going to touch on camp life, and so you touched on there. You're in the gear, relaxed, ready to roll Saturday night. But just talk to me a little bit about the training, the structure you've got. Just like your kind of weekly routine, what you're eating and stuff like that as an athlete.
You know, starts in the morning, wake up about 7. You know, go straight. Probably have just some fruit in the morning, nothing too heavy. Go straight to the normal gym. Get my sprints in. Either sprints or bike sprints or maybe a longish run. Then I get on the weights. You know, nothing too heavy, but make sure I'm strong. And that's legs, arms. Always got to do a core work. So that's maybe 2 hours or two and a bit hours. You know, come back home, have a little bit of lunch, bit of chicken, a little bit of fish. You know, got to watch.
Not pescatarian, nah.
Nah, I can't do it now, man. Got to be strong. You know what I mean? Got to get protein. So and then have a little sleep or something. Just chill, watch the boxing. Always got to watch. You know, got to watch the Durans, the Parnell with the car, the Leonards. Big fan of the old school. You know, new school, Lomachenko and that, of course. But starts from the beginning. You know, that's where they learn it from. So you got to start from there. Then I go out about 2:30 on my way to Islington. Got coaching infants, and then I got coaching. Infants is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the older lot, the junior academy, is Monday and Friday. So you know, I give back a bit. You know, they're great to be a part of. Great to see the youth coming up. You know, straight from the infants, which is you know 6 to 9 year olds. You know, and they love it. You know, so it's really nice to see them grow up. You know. So I got training on Mondays, pretty much every day really. I'm pretty much in the gym every day. You know, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. That's sparring. That's probably big days. You know, got my coaching Roy Callahan, Jerry and JR, Lenny as well. They always look over the sparring, always see what we've got to work on. And then either my dad will bring me home, or I got my journey home on the train. Either I bring my packed lunch, which is either pasta and or fish, you know, pasta and fish, you know, just to keep it basic.
Yeah, of course.
And try and be in bed by 11. You know, not easy, but that's what it is.
How, like, in terms of managing and juggling it as an athlete, and also establishing that routine early on, because I'm sure you had to kind of make adjustments and things that probably you'd have to pull out of your routine, refine and make so that it makes you perform to the best of your abilities during the week in the gym, but not to kind of burn yourself out like you. I mean, you stay in shape always. And I mean, do you see that as like the fact that you've got this routine in place, the fact that you're giving back to the young people are recognising you not just because of your boxing, your skill, your style, but also your character and your personality, sort of giving back to the community. Boxing's a very kind of, as you know, grassroots sport, and looking at the grassroots tiers of the sport, what kind of makes it the week enjoyable for you in terms of like the coaching and stuff? I suppose like kind of just assess what you think that brings out of you as a person as well.
You know, I mean, like I said, it's great to see the young ones, you know, and they really give me the motivation. You know, I win like last week. I had good 2 wins. Go over there, they see, you know, how do you get on, you know, and just to see their face, you know, see me doing well really brightens up their day, you know. But I always make sure, you know, I'm doing well, but the future's yours, you know, and if they can stick at it, they can do what I'm doing and even better. So that really spurs me on, really showing them that they have a bright future as well. You know, like my London title, when brought that in, and loads of fit pictures with them, and they really loved it. You know, trying it on, taking pictures, and you know, love teaching them to love doing their sparring. You know, teaching them different things, see what I do, and say, you know, I think this works. You try it out. And as if it comes with along with them, you know, I love seeing that. Love seeing people improve. That's it.
So any parents out there want to bring their kids down, want to basically nurture the talent from a young age, anyone that's aspiring to be a boxer, here's your plug.
That's it. You know, the one-to-ones, you know.
One-to-ones, bit of mix, bit of pad work.
You know, I love even, you know, the right infant ones, you know, there's some talents. You know, from 6-year-old, there's some good boxers, and if they stick at it, they'll be amazing.
But I mean, like, it's obviously fair to say yourself, like, you still are relatively limited in terms of experience in boxing, but also the fact compared to kind of the guys that have made it as professionals. But what makes you kind of see the talent from these young people coming in? Do you kind of feel in a way a bit like you could have like intervened with young people, or like people around them could have intervened a lot younger to see this talent, particularly with the sort of juniors that are out there at the moment at Islington?
I mean, there's loads of talent. It's just making sure they stick at it. That's the main thing. You know, it's, of course, you can, from 9 years old, you can bring them there and make sure they do their runs and make sure they do their sparring and stuff. But when they start growing up, you know, different mates, start going out with girls, you know, parties, that's the, you know, 16, 17, that's when you need to just make sure they're enjoying it. I think that's the main thing. If they don't enjoy it, if they're forced to it, that's where they start going out on the streets and partying. So it's tricky, you know. You don't want to force them, but you don't want them to, you know, have too much of a, you know, range of stuff to do. You know what I mean? You want them to be part of it
and have that balance.
Of course. You need to make them enjoy it, and in Islington, it's great because it's like a family really in there. So that's supposed to be.
I suppose it leads on to my next question. The environment at Islington produced some top quality fighters over the years from both the male and the female. Obviously, female, we see Sherelle Brown making the transition to the pros. She's doing her own coaching out there, a product of the Islington gym. Just talk to me a little bit about the environment, the atmosphere in the gym, and how that brings fighters on, particularly yourself. How has that spurred you on to be the best version of yourself?
I mean, we all support each other. You know, if it's just a championship, if it's just one fight show, we're always supporting them. We're always sending them good lucks. You know, even if we can't see them in the gym, you know, always putting us through great sparring. You know, obviously, it's not easy. You know, you have to teach people. You know, keep the hands tight. You know, got to be fit. But you know, we really help each other. We really give each other good work, and during the runs, during the strength conditioning, we make sure people are on it, you know, and like a family, really support each other. But sometimes we've got to be tough on each other. Like Jerry, he's known for being strict on people, and during the bag work and the circuits. So that's what you need. You know, to produce champions, you need to be tough. You know.
No, definitely. So do you think that's the mentality in the gym to to nurture the talent, but also produce the champions in terms of the mentality of fighters, but also the physicality, the psychological element of boxing. And yeah, in terms of that, it's good to see that integral community integration, the bond that you guys have produced. And I mean, in terms of yourself, like being around Islington quite a bit with your like occupation and doing coaching and stuff, is it a real kind of sense of community togetherness in the local area, but also how does the gym facilitate that kind of spirit within the community?
Oh, you know, yeah, we do a lot of stuff. We've got loads of different classes going on for beginners, for people just want to, like, recreational, you know, to want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
So we've got loads of different age ranges, like I said, from 6-year-old all the way to really whatever. So that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
And like you touched on there, old school fighters, the Durans, the Pernell Whitakers.
That's it.
Do you watch a lot of boxing in your kind of spare time to learn from the best? Like,
yeah, every day. You know, every day you gotta watch little bits of time in. You need someone to look upon and try and copy them.
Yeah.
So some days I'll be looking at Duran, looking at his movement, the body shots. But then some days I'm looking at, you know, Hearns, looking at that long jab.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta have something to strive upon. Going in the gym is all good, and sparring is all good, but if you don't have something to work on, something in the back of your head to say, I'm gonna try this out, you know, like try and Pernell Whitaker's movement and head movement.
Yeah.
You need something to really inspire yourself, because then it just gets monotonous and boring, you know. So you need something to work on.
And the way you've gradually progressed through the amateur ranks, is there any elements or skill factors that you've employed to your own style to improve? I mean, I see you've got a very kind of Campbell-esque style, the way your stature, but also, I mean, I suppose like that's opinionated. That's kind of what people think of you. But I suppose what matters is what you think of your own style, the improvements you want to make. I mean, who do you kind of look as the benchmark of like you want to see to make those little adjustments, those little I suppose chinks and improvements to your style?
Well, I've always got my dad. You know, he's always looking up on me, looking at things I improve. He's never happy. You know, always can see new different things. Saying, you know, you could have threw that shot. You know, you should have threw it there. You know, you should have moved. You know, but so he's always there. We've got a great coach in Roy Callahan, very experienced. You know, he's the master. He's the mastermind. You know, he sets the game plan. You know, if it doesn't work first time, go back to a corner. He's got another one ready for me to try out, and you know, he gets it right. Then we've got Jerry, another one, very experienced. Really gets you on it, gets you hyped.
Yeah.
And then Lenny's there, always full of knowledge. You know, and that's it. We've got a great little team.
Yeah. And away from the amateur ranks, 'cause I'm sure you're going to want to step away from the amateurs. I mean, you want to get as many fights under your belt. But yeah, talking about the pro game. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of the domestic scene across all weights at the moment. Flyweight's obviously the weight category that you're looking to. I suppose, well, at the moment you're around that kind of weight category, and obviously you've got WBC champion Charlie Edwards, kind of at the pinnacle of the division at 115 pounds. But are you looking to possibly turn pro in the near future?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the end goal. Absolutely. Obviously amateurs, you know, great thing, but more of a you know, apprenticeship. You know, you got to learn, but you also got to win these things. Yeah. So I'm on my way winning these things, and turning pro is the main thing. You know, I like the world title, I like the belts. Yeah. You know, so that's it. Near future. You know, still young, still only 19. Only 6 fights as a senior now. Yeah. So I'm working hard. Yeah. So really look out for me.
And I mean, it's unique to see someone of your age and your experience to turn over to the seniors so quickly. What advice and guidance and I mean support has not just Roy but also the rest of the coaches and mentors down at the gym? What have they given you looking ahead to the transition to the pro ranks, your ambitions to fulfill your potential and also collect those titles, bring those titles back, defend those titles and defend your credibility in the sport? What's been the kind of gist of the communication that you guys have had?
Just be smart, you know. Be smart, you know. Obviously, in the ring, hit and don't get hit. You know, you can't be taking hits. You know, outside the ring, same again. Be smart. Just don't make any silly decisions. Make sure you really think about decisions, and you know, because you want to be with the right people. Yeah, the right coaches, the right management. You need the right people around you as well. So that's really it, you know. Yeah.
So I mean, looking ahead, like you mentioned there earlier, Lomachenko.
Yes.
Look at this weekend's crunch fight with. I suppose I can relate. $1 million crawler, Connor Daly.
You know, a little bit the same, but a little bit different.
Yeah, no, of course. But yeah, you've obviously wanted to emulate your own unique style.
Yeah,
and,
that's it, man.
I mean, going forward, if you do turn pro, what would be your? Are you gonna keep the dollar tag, or are you looking to maybe mix it up a bit?
I don't know. It does ring well. Connor
yeah.
Daly. But I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes to it.
Yeah.
Obviously dollar in America, so. People say, it's pounds, sterling, but it's a name, innit? It's just a name. So
like the M Holler song, dollar, the pound.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, all jokes aside, obviously with the Lomachenko fight this weekend, I mean it's well documented to see Lomachenko's progress, his resume, over 400 amateur fights, and I think he actually turned over that defeat he had early on in his career. So, I mean, looking at the way he's progressed, he also had the Salido fight where he came up short, controversially, obviously, according to the scorecards. But multi-weight world champion already across all weight divisions, and now looking to really establish himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest in the sport. Yeah. I mean, how much of a chance do you give Britain's Anthony Crolla in this fight?
Obviously, up against it, obviously. I think there's 6 defeats, 2 against Linares. But in the first fight, he gave Linares a real run, So Linares obviously dropped Lomachenko, was winning rounds as well. So it's difficult to say, but exactly how well Crolla will do. But I can't see a win. But he's very tough, Crolla. He I don't think he'll quit. No way. And he's very tough. Don't see him getting dropped.
Yeah.
But I can see Lomachenko really dominating from the start.
Yeah.
And really cruising.
Yeah.
Maybe try and finish it, really up the pace. But we'll see. We'll see if Crolla can make it to the 12 rounds, really. But obviously give him all the best. Got to support him. And people on the internet, you can't be giving negative energy to Crolla. This is his dream. This is what you're in boxing for, to fight the best. If like my mum always says, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's it.
So you got to support him and wish him all the best.
Yeah, and I mean he's had it hard. He's obviously had the case of where I think he got the slab of the brick.
Chasing robbers. Great person.
Yeah, and he like obviously he's very well put across social media, but also the fact that he's determined, he's diligent, his desire to win this fight and really shock the world has obviously been well spread across like the mainstream media, but also the wider boxing fraternity. People actually want him to win because of the casual element, the fact that they want the underdog mentality.
Yes.
They want him to fulfill that. So I suppose you look at Lomachenko's resume so far, the caliber of opponent he's faced in terms of the likes of Gary Russell Jr., Salido, you talk about Mariaga, talk about really top fighters. I mean, Linares, that you said there. So, I mean, in terms of an acid test for Lomachenko, do you feel like he's had that yet, or do you think in case of how much more do we need to kind of see from Lomachenko to really kind of establish him as a great?
Well, I mean, Linares was a great. I do feel, obviously, maybe last year he was top 10, maybe pound for pound. He was class.
Yeah.
He was class. And Pedraza, he was good. Obviously, he had one defeat. Was one defeat, against Gervonta Davis, but apparently there was weight issues, and obviously Gervonta Davis is another great fighter. So I do see Lomachenko's been through the good fighters and the very good fighters.
Yeah.
And he performed very well. So I don't know. He's definitely up there. I still see Crawford as number 1, but I think Lomachenko's number 2 pound for pound. But you've got to have the Gervonta Davis fights. You've got to have the Michael Garcia fights to really stand out as one of the best in his generation.
Yeah. You're probably helping me out here now, because I'm going to ask you about the Crawford fight against Amir Khan, April 20th, MSG. Crawford, another top pound for pound star. Again, undisputed at 140, gone through the caliber of opponents that not a lot of fighters at this kind of stage of their career have done. Amir Khan, obviously, testament to himself, fought the best, fought the likes of Danny Garcia. I mean, and I suppose kind of after that layoff, after the Canelo defeat, another marquee name, a marquee event, a marquee star in the world of boxing. has had those kind of comeback fights where the British public probably haven't kind of taken to him. What's your kind of perspective on the Crawford-Khan fight? And again, I suppose Khan probably goes into that fight as the underdogs. Got advantages in terms of size, leverage, I suppose the experience as well. But I mean, how do you see the outcome of that fight coming about?
I mean, obviously Khan, big underdog. You know, didn't look great in his last fight against Vargas. You know, got caught too easy. And obviously, if you catch Khan, it's a very likely chance that you'll drop him. And against Crawford, you can't be letting him catch you.
Yeah.
You know, even if you do have good movement like Khan does, he'll still catch up with you. You know, obviously, Khan will be on it. He's against he's against top pound for pound, so he'll have that fear, he'll have that nerves. And I've heard, you know, obviously that Khan didn't really probably have that against Vargas, so he'd be sharper. But you know, you can't see a Khan win. You can see him win a few rounds. Don't get me wrong. He's got that speed. He's got that good boxing ability.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as Crawford gets the hang of it, you know, gets the timing, gets the rhythm, and he'll catch him. And I think he'll put him away. Maybe around 6, 7, maybe halfway through. But Khan will have some success, you know. So, but again, wish him all the best.
Yeah.
But he's up against it.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
we've also got predictions for Lomachenko Krolla, BT Sport, box office.
Yes.
To ESPN Top Rank, and obviously then the fight with Crawford and Khan is BT Sport box office.
Yeah.
And like you said there, another name, Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to have that fight with Abner Mares at 126 pounds, 130 pounds. That obviously didn't happen with Mares sustaining a retina injury. Just talk to me a little bit about the frustrations behind Gervonta Davis. Looking on the outset, the Mayweather stuff hasn't really kind of helped his cause. Still kind of has Floyd and Leonard Willoughby as his kind of management, but again, the activity, the fact that he's been plagued by certain things that haven't probably gone too well down with the boxing fans out there. Just talk to me a little bit about how much you kind of rate Gervonta Davis, like you said, they're a good fighter, and what do you think he's done to really push himself back into contention for titles?
Yeah, you know, one of the best at his weight. You know, definitely one of the best. Biggest hitters, but activity, you know, I think Andre Ward said the more activity that he has, the best he fights. So we haven't seen the best of Gervonta Davis yet, but it's difficult when you've got these talents. Like, you know, he's another one, just like Adrian Broner, a talent, but stuff outside the ring, it just doesn't help him. It doesn't help the preparation, and therefore the performances won't live up to the hype, really, you know.
Yeah.
But I do see him in some big fights soon. Just business side, hopefully that comes to tuition, you know.
Yeah. And before I go on to talk about the thriving heavyweight scene at the moment, all the politics, all the obstacles in the way, but also the fact that it's such a healthy position at the moment. Going to talk about the local area. Going to talk about Northwest Boxing in London. And also going to talk about the violence happening at the moment amongst young people, and how boxing's kind of given you that platform and that opportunity to really do something for yourself. Talking about Northwest London boxing, the local area, the boroughs around. So you've got a lot of fighters out there. Got Jez Smith, Mitchell Smith only up the road. Got Dean Richardson. I mean, countless. Don't think I could probably sit here and name all of them. But like Ricky Evans, another local lad. But just talk to me a bit about kind of what you've been seeing from the local area, and what makes you confident that you'll be the next big star from the Northwest, but also stretch into the UK as a global renowned boxer.
Yeah, no, we're doing well. You know, we're representing, you know, Northwest. You know, we're doing very well. Obviously, titles were won. You know, but again, we need to just stay on it. You know, inside and outside the ring, in the gym as well. So no, we're doing very well. I just can't wait to see more titles to come from us Londoners.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. And I do feel I can come away and really be a big name in London and in nationally.
Yeah,
and that's it.
And similar to Tyson Fury's tremendous kind of comeback trail, Mitchell Smith, well documented his kind of weight loss stuff. The way he's embarked on that journey to really transform himself into a more positive light, and come back and really kind of look to get him back into the ring, get him back to his full best and getting that license back. Because I mean, we saw down at the Harrow Leisure Centre that brutal knockout against Antonio Horvatic inside 3 rounds. So I mean, just talk to me a little bit about the Smiths in terms of, have they given you any advice growing up? Do you kind of know them maybe a bit personally, or just I suppose kind of looking at them, the way they've got into boxing. Obviously Jez suffered that defeat to Samuel Antwi for the Southern Area title at York Hall, but again a great fight, and really kind of testament to himself putting up a great fight, and an account of himself for his own kind of moral grounds, but also his pride and the way he's been kind of brought up. So just give me a little kind of overview of that.
I went to a couple of Jez Mitchell Smith's fight when he was on the come up. He had titles, 2 titles or something. He was doing very well, and I wish him all the best in his comeback. He's doing well, training hard, I see, in West Ham. I wish him all the best, because he's a talent, another one. A big talent, Jez Smith, great fight, his last fight. Wish him all the best in his comeback. He's fighting soon. And wish him all the best. That's it. They're representing very well. They've got a great fan base, and really big. I think I went to they started in Bushy, I think, and I went to there. Good coaches there. That's it. Great talents.
And I mean, Bushy again brings out a lot of fighters. He's got Miles Shinkwin, a lot of lads from the Watford area as well. But also, I think kind of big up the Smiths as well, because obviously Father John, he's now on the British Boxing Border Control timekeeper and judge or whatever else kind of responsibilities he has. But fair play to him, and also to Jez and Mitchell for kind of sticking together through the thick and thins, and just kind of really coming out on top and really promoting boxing in the local area. I think Jez is out in May. You've got Mitchell hopefully returning in June sometime. Talking about another Smith, Mason Smith, unbeaten prospect in the pro ranks, coming through, and I suppose kind of with Finchley now and stuff. Won't go into too much about amateur background, but also just the positives from it, that he's kind of come with Finchley. He's, I think, 4-0 now, maybe 3-0 as a professional, and looking to kick on under the British Warriors banner. So just talk to me a little bit about his progression. Have you been keeping a firm eye on that?
He's doing very well. Again, another very experienced amateur. Boxed around the world, and he's doing very well. Very well. I saw his last fight. He's doing very well. All them experiences in the amateurs, he's really putting it in there and showing it. And I think there's a fight between him and Martin McDonough.
I heard about that.
Up, innit? So
a bit of hype generated behind that.
Exactly. So that's nice to see. A bit of entertainment, but good to see them two fight in the pros. Good to see.
So I suppose one question I got to ask you, Connor, if you were offered a contract tomorrow for a pro contract, looking forward, maybe say 5-10 year ambitions, plan a strategy for you. So you look at the wealth of platforms out there, the wealth of promoters. You've got obviously Hearn, Matchroom, Frank Warren, who's obviously worked alongside Mitchell before. Top Rank, I mean obviously that's in America, but in terms of the UK, you've got Steve Goodwin, Goodwin Promotions, Mickey Helliott, Hellraiser Promotions, British Warriors, Mo Pryor. So I mean, I'm not going to put you on the spot, obviously, because I know you're a collective kind of you have a collective interest in boxing. You're a fan of boxers. You're respectful to everyone that kind of is in boxing. But I suppose I got to ask you, if you were to be offered a contract, who would you go with?
Depends, innit? Depends. So I can't just say him or him.
Of course.
It just depends the deals. And I'm still young. I'm still growing, still getting experience. So all depends. Of course, depends what they're offering and the deals. That's it, man.
Heavyweight scene at the moment. So you've got AJ, Big Baby Miller, June 1st, MSG. Tyson Fury's just come back from his long layoff. The weight, the depression, the stuff he's had to overcome, and the inspiration he's had from for the rest of the kind of the world as well on the global stage. Deontay Wilder's got his big fight with Dominic Brazil live on Sky Sports. Just talk to me a little bit about the heavyweight scene. Who do you think's going to kind of come out on top of that? Who do you think's going to reign supreme at the top of the division? And what fight, if you were to say out of that triangle of domestic and global fighters, those three, obviously you can throw in White into the scene, and the rest Povetkin. Usyk's moved up to heavyweight. That's it. So man, who would you say is going to reign supreme if those fights do materialise?
I mean, Yeah, we've seen against the Tyson Fury and the Wilder, only takes one punch from Wilder, and I do think that them three, maybe and White, it really is on the day. You know, I think they're all as good as each other, and it's just on the day, really. You know, I can see Tyson Fury outboxing both Wilder again, really, and Joshua.
Yeah.
But then I could also see how Andy Joshua can grind him down, you know, and obviously Wilder can get that big right hand in against both of them. So it's really hard to say, but you know, you have to go with Fury, the boxing skills, and obviously his newfound love for the sport and all the energy he has now. You know, and he's looking in great form. You got, you know, the best Tyson Fury. I think the best Tyson Fury will beat the best AJ and the best Wilder. But you know, don't sleep on Dillian Whyte. You know, I love Dillian Whyte. You know, he's really.
Let's go, baby.
That's it. Yeah. Body snatcher. You know, I love him. You know, entertainment wise, he's amazing and a great fighter. Really, real fighter's fighter. You know, he's proven he can fight anyone, and you know, he doesn't care who he's fighting against. He's gonna bring it to him. So you know, I really feel sorry for Whyte. I really hope he gets the Wilder fight. You know, he deserves a world title shot. And how amazing would that be? Dillian Whyte against AJ, the rematch. Yeah. World titles on the line. You know, that would be great to see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I suppose that kind of touches on. I just wanted to ask you one thing about kind of the depletion process of making weight as a boxer. Obviously, you kind of campaign around 52 kilograms. Try not to kind of fluctuate in weight too much. But talking about kind of professionals that have maybe. I mean, you see it across all sports, the weight draining process. You see UFC fighters having to take themselves into hot baths and steam towels and all this stuff to really kind of make the weight at a tight probably weight. And we've seen in the past in boxing with particularly Jamie McDonnell going over to Japan to fight Naoya Inoue, him having to make the weight. You see massive stature for a fighter at that weight, bantamweight. For you, I know you're on the ball.
Yeah, man, I'm always on it.
I see you're always fresh.
I get like a cup on it, man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, is there a bit of like, I suppose, skepticism moving forward about kind of weight? Where would you feel you're most comfortable at in terms of, say, maybe 2-3 years down the line in terms of your development? And do you think there's going to be obstacles that you're going to have to overcome in terms of making weight, or do you think it's just a case that because you maintain it so well that it'll be a routine formality for you?
Yeah, I do stay on it. You know, I do watch what I eat outside of training camps and stuff. But difficult to say really in the future. I'm still growing, you know, I'm still building strength and obviously the man strength. So I'm going to fill out a bit more. You know, really hard to say, you know. If I put on a couple kilo, that's cool, you know. But really hard to say, you know. I'll keep an eye on it. And also see what my coaches say, you know, if they see me struggling, to see if the performance levels drop. Yeah. And I'm still at the same weight, you know, that's maybe a sign. Yeah. So I'll look into it, you know, keep an eye on it, you know, during the years.
Yeah, talking about youth violence at the moment, obviously a massive epidemic in the mainstream media, even from the local area stretching right through to the inner city communities and suburbs in London. How much do you think boxing's a form of discipline for young people? See a lot of young people distracted, go down the wrong path, are influenced by social media outlets in the negative way. For you, you've not ever kind of probably had to contain with that, but also the fact that you've really used boxing as a platform for you to excel and show people through the coaching. I'm going to keep mentioning that,
that's it.
Big up yourself for doing that. But like, how much is boxing for young people? I just kind of want to spread the message to the youths out there looking at, hopefully tune into this interview, maybe other interviews about youth violence. But yeah, boxing for young people, good or bad kind of thing.
Amazing. Amazing. Even if they have like a little bit of beef outside, bring in a ring, gloves on. No one really gets hurt, really. You know, you got a ref in there. You know, it's amazing. They get people off the streets, get them really focused, get them really change their lives. As you can see, change their lives, change them not just in the streets and stuff, but on their diet. You know, they don't want to be going out eating burgers and eating rubbish and then going to the gym and feeling terrible. It's really amazing, really transforms lives. And if they're spending 1-2 hours in the gym, they don't have time or energy to go on the streets and do stupidness,
Yeah.
or getting into fights with gangs and stuff. It really does discipline people, gives them manners, where manners really back in the day, that there was more just more around.
More flexibility as well for people to do stuff. Yeah.
Nowadays you don't really get the politeness, the community really feel. And in gyms, you go straight in. You know who's the boss. You know who's the coach.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get put in the place as the student learning, that's the best. Really absorb the knowledge, and really put you in good standard for outside the gym.
Yeah. How do we champion the young people's mentality in terms of community integration, integrity, respect, individualism, the independence that these kids can have if they put their minds to things? Boxing's one platform. There's obviously various other forms, but I suppose kind of small goals for young people that you've used in your life to really keep yourself focused and on the straight and narrow, to champion your mindset, to put yourself, to challenge yourself. I mean, what would you say little things like in terms of routine, or what advice you'd give to young people?
That's it. Routine pretty much, and that discipline. Knowing that you got chocolate in the fridge there, but knowing that won't really it'll be nice for a minute, but it might be for when I'm in the gym. That won't help me. What helped me will be going out running. Will help me doing a bit of weights, just practicing, and that routine from the beginning, from the morning, getting up, not staying in bed all day, getting up, just being productive. Once you're productive, you get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
From there, you get more stuff done, not just in physically and in sport, but around the house.
Yeah.
Having a job, going out, doing well for yourself, and it will show. It will show it. Other people will see it. Your family will see it, and it will just make life better. Really.
Yeah.
Keep you away from negative people and negative situations outside the household and the gym. So that's it. Just like Tyson Fury said, once he's in that routine, that depression, that negative energy, I'll just stay away. So get active, get in the gym, and stay on it. I feel it myself. If I'm out of the gym, if I'm out not doing physical education, physical fitness, any type, I could feel myself just getting in a hole, really. And boxing's the best way out for me.
Well said, man. I don't think I can add anything more to that. And I suppose kind of like you touched on the depression, the anxiety, the mental health awareness, that's probably not as much out there as we should probably have. I mean, all walks of life, all faiths, all people from different communities, backgrounds, probably all have to encounter some problems of mental health, particularly with like male suicide rates like shot up massively. Obviously, God willing, like everyone out there kind of listening to this or like has kind of gone through any struggles, there's obviously lines out there. Samaritans do a lot of work with young people and people going through those kind of those cycles of negativity and relapse and kind of I suppose it kind of rehabilitation process for a lot of people. But like you said there, man, big up yourself for all that kind of stuff you've been doing.
That's it.
So we've been talking for a while now, but I'm gonna get you to I suppose where's the London title you got? Because you got a lot of silverware. I think you should,
just up there, man.
To go grab it for you.
Yeah. I'll go.
Yeah, alright,
I'll
cool,
go.
cool, cool, yeah. He's gonna step out a shot. Just bring out the silverware, I suppose.
Another one coming, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, man.
So here's the title,
That's
the London title.
Strap. That's the first one. Another one coming. That's it. Nice.
So I mean, kind of looking at that and thinking, with like your range of silverware and what you kind of want going forward. Any particular in the pro game? Any titles that kind of capture your attention, imagination?
Obviously, you love the green one. You love the
what?
WSBC. That's the main one. In most sides, that's the main one. But all timing. Everything's timing. And for this is my time. My time's coming. But the professional wise, that's a few years, definitely a few years down the line. So you know, that's something to look forward to.
So firmly strap season then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I'm getting another one. You know, it's my time. Like I said, my time, and I'm gonna get that strap, bring it down to the local ends.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it's good that you've showcased that and you've given people time to support. Do you want to shout out any social media outlets to the Wraps on TV audience? Any looking for any sponsors?
Yeah, of course, I'm always ready. You know, like I love my pizza, so Papa John's, you know, sponsor me.
Hit him up, plug him up.
No, man, any sponsors? Yeah, you contact me. Instagram Connor Daly, Facebook Connor Daly, and that's really it.
Yeah, that's and any mentions to the Islington Boxing Club? Any last kind of final messages you want to give to them?
Yeah, again, shout out everyone, Islington Boxing Club, our family really. That's my family. All the coaches, Roy, Jerry, Lenny, JR, everyone there, Reggie, Jackie, absolutely everyone. Loved them all the boxers. Everyone gave me good sparring, gave me just good encouragement and good advice like yesterday. But throughout the weeks, you know, every session, amazing to see everyone there. You know, even if it's just the hi, how we doing, that means a lot to people, you know. So everyone, love you guys, and let's get these titles. Me, Jem Campbell and Masood Abdullah, we're representing London, representing Islington, and we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Saturday night. Yes, Manchester. Location.
That's the location.
London takeover.
Yes, London. I think we've got eight boxes all the way in London. Yeah, wow. So we're doing well in London. Nice. So, but Islington's the club, really. Yeah. You know, Islington's the club. That's
my
it.
Guy. Anyway, I appreciate you giving me the interview as always, man. And obviously, again, wish you as a local supporter of yourself, always gonna support you to the end. But also, that's the platform now has given you some light and just to really kind of uncover the life behind a boxer, to have a sit down and just have a talk. But yeah, nice. Pleasure.
Anytime.
So yeah, final prediction for Saturday night. What's going to happen?
Mate, win. That's it. A W. You know, gonna get that strap. 9 minutes or less. That's it. You know, I want a unanimous win. I don't want a split. Don't like splits. You know, but a win's a win. Good fighter. I'm against, but I'm 100% ready. I've done all the hard work. All the hard work's done now. Yeah. All the hard sparring, all the hard sprints, weights, all the circuits, pad work. It's all done now. You know, it's just fine tuning. It's just mentally now. Make sure I'm mentally switched on and confident. Of course, you've got to be confident, and that's it. Having that belief in my ability, in my coaches, and in the preparation, and 100% have that. And I'm ready to get this W. Yeah,
and you just touched on there the splits, the judging. Obviously, I don't want to end on too much of a negative note, but with amateur boxing at the moment, we saw Michael Conlon at the recent Olympic cycle in Rio, robbed of his opportunity to really fulfil his dream of a gold medal. But do you think, like in terms of like your experiences of bouts, judging, looking back at fights and thinking, you know, this was a bit uncertain or a bit kind of mischievous with judging? I mean, looking kind of at the amateur and pro scene, does it leave a bit of a bitter taste in people's mouths, the way judging has been? I mean, we've seen some ridiculous scorecards of recent. I think one of the scorecards in the Burnett Haskins fight, I think he got it mixed up, but even just there kind of to showcase why judging is so important for people's dreams. See, Charlie Edwards won a world title, got the decision in Cruz, like just kind of setting the benchmark of how you do win a fight unanimously, round by round. But yeah, like the Fury Wilder fight, the controversy behind that. Just give your kind of opinion on judging at the moment, and what's your perspective?
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously you've seen it in the Olympics, and that's the really highest stage of amateur boxing. Most really shown, you know, by the casuals as well, all around the world. And if it can happen there, it can happen on small little shows in the amateurs, and that's it really. You know, really hard to see, but that's kind of background politics, so it happens, and all boxers have a couple, you know, they have their share experience of it, and I'm a coach and a judge, and I'm a very good judge, so I know what I'm looking at most of the time really. You know, I have a good idea of who's winning the round and winning the fight, so it's hard to see, but that's the way it is,
man. You can only be your own judge.
Exactly.
Do you know what? You're your own judge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Forget all the judges out there.
That's it, man. So, yeah, you know, just get the win and make sure judges can see it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's clear. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Make it clear.
Yeah.
So everyone in the ring, everyone around watching know who's the winner.
Big up all the boxers, all the platforms, all the people that support boxing from the grassroots tiers to the pinnacle and the high profile names of the sport. Connor, I'm going to let you go now.
Love that.
Fight week.
That's it.
We're prepared. We're ready. War ready. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Get the strap.
But yeah, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you check out his social media tags. I think you should just shout them out again for the fans.
Yeah, Instagram, Connor Daly. Facebook, Connor Daly. And yeah, I'm around. I'm sure you'll find me. And massive shout out to Wraps on TV.
Top man.
Doing bits, you know. Love Wraps on TV.
We're doing okay, man. We're just trying to provide the platform for the fighters. That's all that matters to us.
It.
And yeah, Thomas Lyons, Wraps on TV.
That's it.
Connor Daly.
Yes.
In the building.
That's it.
Crib session. Gonna give us a little freestyle?
Me freestyle? No way! Are you crazy? No way! You need to give me some time. You got. I know freestyle, man.
Joking,
I'm no Mill. I'm no JJ, man. I can't stand it.
Anyway, love you.
Yes,
as always, man.
Love that.
All the best for this week, and
Thank you,
come out on top on Saturday night, and
Yes,
we're bringing that strap back.
That's the plan.
Top man.
Cheers.